Yo, what's up guys? My name is Blackybear and today I wanted to talk about the Rune Crafting event that's upcoming. I'm not sure how long it's gonna last, I'm not sure when it's gonna drop exactly, that hasn't been told yet, but it will come within maybe the next update, maybe next month, we don't know exactly, but what I do know is how to get ready for the event, and that's what I want to discuss with you guys. We go quickly over what it is and we'll check the video out once again. So basically you can pick whatever rune you like, if you have the runes, and you can just add them together. So he's doing a 3-star set, 4 of them is needed to upgrade him, and it will go 1 grade higher, so it becomes a blessing rune. There we go. What is something to note is you will have limited time. So let's get into the game and talk about this a bit further. Okay, just let's go over the rules. For one upgrade on a 5-star rune you need 6 rares or heroics or magics, as long as it's the same quality, to upgrade 1 grade of quality. So from rare to heroic, from rare to heroic, and from heroic to legendary. That's where the value is, right? Because you're not gonna, you could in theory upgrade your magic runes, and it's a good thing to do if you have them, but then you're early game. So let's talk about this quickly. So for 6-star runes you need 8. So 8 blues to get an heroic, 8 purples to get a legendary. You can also convert 3 legendaries to another legendary. The most value I think is in the 6-star runes, because 5-star runes, yes, they are nice to upgrade. Definitely do it as well. Get all your 5-star runes to legendaries if possible. But for 6-star runes, I think the most value is to upgrade your rares to heroics. I'm not sure if you should bother going to legendaries, only with the bad rolls. Like if we look at this, right? This is a conflict rune which has pretty bad stats and is heroic. If you can find a few more like these, this is a rare, this is an heroic, which is also not super insane. And if you can find a few, this is also a bit awkward rolled. Same goes for here, really low roll. So if you put them all, if you find enough of those runes and put them all together, you have a legendary rune, which is almost, it's much more worth. I do not exactly know what slot you're gonna get back for it. I think it's random, so it might actually be useful to get those slots that you have many of, for example slot 1, and convert them, and you might get like a slot 4. I think the most worth is using those conflict runes. Also, I want to share a tip with you guys that you might already know and you might already use. I have now 500 runes. Most of them are conflicts, some of them are unity, and a lot of prayers, and I got quite some berserks. What is smart to do? If you want to, so right now, till the event comes, you basically want to hoard up as much as you can. The way to do that is just farm, obviously. You can actually decide now if you want to farm Colossus, Hydra, or Leviathan, or Lair, depending on which runes you want. Because if you get speed runes, that's good as well. Like if you get swift runes, you just have to farm in another place. So what is smart to do, what I have done, is just stack up like a lot. You got a lot of 4-stars, right? That you are either making or not making, doesn't really matter. So for me, I got these guys, all the paladins. And I got a bunch of shield guardians and some holy swordsmen, and they're all locked because I have all put them on full wound sets. They're all ruined. Oh, that's something else. Ruined, 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 ruined. Ruined, 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 ruined. And just with random runes, right? It's just random runes putting on them. But this saves up so much of your inventory. You can hoard up a lot more than 600 runes. You can go over like 1,000 if you want to. I think if you want to like really use this event well, you have to decide for yourself, where am I going to farm. My personal opinion is that 6 stars upgrading 6-star rare runes to heroic runes is the best way to go. So if you would farm catacombs, these are not exactly dropping 6-star runes as often as they are in in lair. However, these runes have much more value in the game than the lair runes have when it comes to PvP. So basically decide what you want to focus on. So what I would suggest is in the Leviathan you get the guard runes and the berserk runes, which are really good. So guard and berserk are the runes that you want to get here. The rest is kind of mediocre. Here in the Colossus, the attack slot and the agile are pretty decent, but to be honest, the agile is like the most important here. And in Hydra you have quite a few, because you got destruction, desperation, immunity. Those are 3 runes that are really good. I think Drain has a place in PvP too, but especially the destruction, desperation and immunity. So if you just farm those and get as many runes, save all the 6 stars at least, and if you, depending on where you're at in the game, save all the 5 stars as well, to upgrade them to all legendary runes. I personally think I will go for lair farming anyway, and even though it sounds a bit weird to do lair when you already done lair for ages, my reasoning behind this is I get so much more Kalinite by farming lair, and getting better conflict runes will result in better world boss attempts, which results in more locks, which results in more refine stones. So that's why I'd go for lair. But that's probably not the best way if you focus on PvP. I think if you focus on PvP, now is the best time to farm catacombs. If you do not per se focus on PvP, but you want to go for PvE content, then it's probably best to go for lair. And you can basically rotate between lair, evil, chaotic. You don't really need prayer runes that much for a world boss, so I would say focus on the evil if that's the easiest thing you can farm. It doesn't really matter, but what I think is you have to decide for yourself, right? Okay, that was the end of the crafting and what I wanted to say about that. I now want to go into my summonings. It's Friday, the new hero came out. I thought at first it was a different hero that would come out, but I knew quickly it wasn't. So the genie came out, and the genie is, I think he's decent. I'm gonna go over it real quick. He has a taunt with a pretty high damage, like almost 400%, that's quite high. And will go to 405, so trigger rate 100, so taunt with a lot of damage. This thing attacks 2 times, each deals 300% damage and has 50% chance to burn effects with damage reflection and affect them with damage reflection. I don't know what damage reflection means as how it exactly works, but what it says is enemies with damage reflection stats will take 20% of their damage each time they attacked. So they basically just kill themselves. That's what happens. So you put the buff on, they hit you, and they take the damage. However, does it work when I'm in immunity? Do I need to take the damage? What is going on? But you can kill units with this quite well, I guess. Especially in some of the dungeons. Then we have this one, attacks and deals 315% attack and damage to all enemies. And again, a taunt. It's basically an AoE taunt, fully skilled up, 100% taunt. Genie protections. This is actually pretty cool. Allies with Genie's mark will ignore damage from one attack and instead recover 50% of the attack's damage in HP. And it will disappear when it gets triggered. So basically for 2 turns, if you get hit within 2 turns, you get 50% of the attack in health instead of that it does damage. So it's pretty good, because you cannot basically cleave then. This passive does the same, but then just puts it up every time he goes, I believe. Yeah, 7% currency when being attacked. Oh, every time he is attacked. So when they try to cleave you, this is very good because it will proc 100% if it's max skilled. And that's really hard to kill, so this is a passive that needs to be silenced, otherwise they won't kill your team. Except if they use Garuda. Garuda has that debuff that does damage to people that try to heal, which is kind of nice against this guy. Genie's Flames at the end of turn, 100% if fully skilled. Summons 2 flames which each burn a random target for 2 turns. Flames may hit the same target. I don't know. I don't know if this does damage besides burning, but otherwise it's not really that impressive. I think this passive is the best. That together with a taunt, I think that's a good option to go. Even though this is not a bad skill, I think this is the way to go. Okay, I don't have many summons, but I got 1 Light and Dark, so that will bring me up to 20 Light and Dark Scrolls summoned within the event, which gives me 4 back. And we got 20 mystical summons. Let's just go right out of the gate, a Light and Dark, see where we go. Probably no lightning, but that's okay. There we go. Boxer. I don't expect to get anything because I already did quite a lot of summons. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, we got the vampire. Anything else? No, just a vampire. Last 10. Let's go. Can we get a lightning? Yes, we can. And it's a fortune. So no luck, doesn't matter. It was basically to make me have the event done. So now I'm just gonna try and make some 6-star still and get a bit more scrolls, summon them and see if I can. I just want to get as many 5 more scrolls in because you get 1 back. So that's it, guys. I want to thank you for watching. Save up those runes and good luck on your summons. Bye.